This is kind of where the magic happens in cleaning up the data so that it's a nice usable piece. Hey guys, welcome back to Building BuiltRight. Matt here. Been another busy week. When we left off last week, we hadn't striped the parking lot yet because it had kind of started to rain after they did the pavement. So the stripers did come back. They striped the whole lot. It looks great. And then obviously you can see behind me, we've got a Tundra in finally. So we're validating some parts that we've designed previously and doing some test fits and revisions there. We're also going to 3D scan a bunch of this truck so that we've got it as a reference once we don't have it in the shop anymore. One of those things is the dash tray. So I'm gonna go ahead and 3D scan this now, and we're gonna see if we can't prototype something and do a test fit before we have to give this truck back at the end of the week. So let's get to it. All right, so this scanner now is a Peel 3D scanner. This is about 3 years old, which for a 3D scanner makes it basically a dinosaur, but we've learned how to get really good data from it, and so I'm gonna show you guys what we do and what we use. This is an A-Sub 3D scanning spray. So this is a sublimating spray. So you're going to see it's going to look like I spray painted this white, which is going to give us a really nice surface to scan from, but then it's going to disappear over time with no residue. So this is a great way to scan interior pieces without having to clean them off afterwards. And then these are 3D scanning targets. These are little reflective dots that help the scanner position itself and understand where it is in 3D space. And basically what we've learned with these is sometimes when you're first beginning to scan, you can have a tendency to try and use as few of these as possible because you have to pay for them and they're kind of a one-time use thing. But what we've learned is the more the merrier. The more of these you use, it can even look silly, but you get a much, much better scan because the scanner just has more data points where it's really confident that it knows where it is in 3D space. So I'm gonna put these dots on it and then I'm gonna spray this dash tray, top and bottom, all the way around. So the idea is we will have targets on this surface and the sides. And then we're actually gonna be able to flip the tray over, scan the sides and the bottom, and it's gonna see the pattern of these dots on the side and be able to match up those two scans and create one scan that contains the top and the bottom surface of this tray. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna dust this with the spray. Lighter coats are better. You can do this before or after the targets. I will sometimes do it before because I worry that the spray masks the targets a little bit. But we're being so thorough here and we're gonna have control of how we're hitting this. I think we're not gonna have a problem. The goal here is we don't want a reflective surface because how the scanner works is it's going to project a pattern and then there are cameras that read that pattern from different angles, and that comparing those two images essentially is how it determines the geometry of it in 3D space. So if there's something reflective, it basically it can't see anything. So starting a scan here. So it's obviously going to pick up the table, but because the table is flat, the software will help us remove it with basically just like one click. See if there are areas where we didn't capture information. So like right here, it's a little bit weak, but the rest of it looks pretty good. I'm going to start that scan again and try and fill in this. So this is this end here. So we'll hit it. It's going to get a bunch of targets to reestablish where it is. And actually, if you come take a look, this is why we're not getting data. It's a little bit shiny in here.
Oh, okay.
A little bit hard. All right, so that hopefully.
Oh yeah, I see it filling in. That's sweet.
Okay. Flip the tray over. Redust this. We saw the importance there.
That one come out.
So there are going to be some places where, with the intricacy of these clips, we can't get. And then some of the details around this plug are going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I don't think I'm going to chase them too far because for our purposes, the backside of that plug doesn't really matter.
Do you think this will be a case for a similar dash mount to the Bronco with the well nuts, or is this more of a...
No, I think it's going to be, we're going to have you, because the tray just pops out so easily, you'll remove the tray and bolt it actually to the tray. Possibly with a support plate.
Gotcha. Similar to the F-Series mounts that we have.
So now I've got these two scans. I'm going to try and delete some more of this table here, and then I'm going to merge the two scans. And the software should be able to match up our targets and show us just one model. This is kind of where the magic happens in cleaning up the data so that it's a nice usable piece in SolidWorks. Merge. All right, so the software is plugging away at kind of cleaning up the scan a little bit. We'll turn it into a mesh that we can use in SolidWorks, and then we'll start knocking around a prototype. So that's what we'll go do now.
Looks like We Do Lines is here, getting everything measured out. Hopefully we'll see some paint soon. I like it. Huge chalk lines. Snapping lines. All right, we just put down the drone because it's getting a little windy out there. Matty's wrapping up scanning the bedsides of the Tundra. Let's go check in. Okay, instead of you guys just watching Matty do this, I'm gonna do a quick voiceover because he was having a little bit of a rough go at it. He had scanned the bedside of this Tundra originally, went to go back into the file, and it had corrupted. So he was not thrilled having to scan this thing a second time. So we're just gonna roll a few clips, show you guys the process, and show you where he gets with it. We're wrapping up here. How's it looking?
Not corrupt this time.
Thank God.
Strapping conveyors is a whole new thing, like because they want to slide every which way. I'm like,
Because they want to convey.
I'm like, yeah, they want to convey their way right out of the truck.
Trying to go for a ride or something?
Nope, I stopped. What did I heard the camera turn on?
Alright, so we're done scanning the second time. Kind of a long story, but corrupted files, not a great time. We're going to use this CAD data that we just gathered to iterate on the panels that we already have, and hopefully in the next week or so be able to send something out to production. Given our production schedule, who knows how long that could take, but yeah.
Sweet, thank you. Shout out to Colin for your Stage Pro kit order for your F-150 or Raptor. We're looking at a bar kit, seatback tech plate kits, a ton of quick fists, some pack out mounts, a full bedside rack kit, some pouches. It'll be here soon.
All right, so that is all we've got for you this week. We made a bunch of progress on our Tundra products. We were able to get the parking lot striped. We made some progress on getting our warehouse and R&D set up here closer to its final form. Come back next Monday for more.